This is a snatch analysis for Jonathon, and we're going to look at a couple things here. First, we're just going to see the lift in full speed so we can see what it looks like. And then we're going to show it with bar path. So in the bar path, I'm going to go ahead and just show a picture of the bar path right here in the bottom. The bar comes in. The bar doesn't have much horizontal movement, which is good. There's a little bit of bar drop there, a little bit more than is necessary, so I think working on your speed under the bar, like just that pulling under motion, just trying to be as quick as possible with that pull under, will help you get your body down so that you don't have to pull the bar as high to make the lift. But overall, bar path looks really good here. Now we're going to move into positional analysis. Right off the floor here, your hips kind of raise before the bar comes off the floor. I like to say button bar move at the same time. But overall, look at the starting position right here. This is right where the bar breaks the floor first. Back's tight, shoulders are directly on top of the barbell. Everything looks good here. This is pretty textbook, so I'm happy with that. And as we move to the knee, the bar's coming in a little bit as we saw in the bar path analysis, and your back stays tight. Again, pretty textbook position here. I like that your back angle stayed pretty consistent. So far so good. And coming into the hip, now one thing I noticed with Gretchen was that she came onto her toes a lot. You do not come onto your toes, and this power position is pretty good. Your shoulders could be over the bar a little more. You're already a little behind the bar, but honestly, I like this position too. And your finish is pretty good. You maybe stay in extension just a hair too long, but overall I like the position you're getting to. And then we're going to show the pull under here. The bar stays pretty close. Now with the barbell, the bar is basically at your shoulders right now, where you should have been kind of pulling yourself under a little more aggressively. At this point in the lift, you should definitely, your hips should be lower here. You should be transitioning a little more. As you transition though, you get to a good catch position. One thing I notice is that you have a tendency to kind of land forward on the foot. Your feet don't move a ton, and we're going to see that in the next snatch video. And as you kind of settle into this squat position, it's pretty good, but your hips are behind your heels a little bit. Your shins aren't really angled that much. I would recommend working on ankle flexibility, raising your shoe heel a little bit. I added wide lifts to my shoe for a similar issue, and it kind of made me sit in a better position with my knees a little more forward. One thing you do a great job of is you keep your hips underneath your shoulders as you're standing up. One thing I commented on in Gretchen's video is that she kind of leaned forward, she kind of led with the hips as she was standing up. You did a great job of keeping the hips under, so I think just working on ankle flexibility is going to be the biggest thing for you so that you can get in a better squat position. This one was kind of hard to see bar path or positions really, but one thing I wanted to point out in this particular video, all the positions are very similar. But as you can see right there, your feet don't really come off the ground too much, and you kind of strike with the forefoot again. So one thing I would work on is extending, moving those feet, and almost like dorsiflexing on the way under. So dorsiflex those ankles so you don't strike with the toes first or the balls of the feet first. You want to land flat-footed or on the heels. So some things to work on that. I would honestly just work on ankle mobility and trying to sit a little further forward with your hips a little more forward, your shins a little bit more angled, and I would also just work on moving the feet properly. So high hang snatches are really good for that. It just kind of gives you an opportunity to do a pretty easy movement, say mid-thigh, right at the knee. Just kind of move the feet, slide them out a little bit, land on the heels. Just really focus on that. But overall, good job, man. Keep at it, and I think you're definitely in good position. Send me a Facebook message, Instagram, contact me in any way if you want to further find out what exercises you can use to improve.